If Ohio State looks a little small behind us here, this is not Ohio State. This is Ohio Dominican preparing for its playoff game this week using the Buckeyes indoor facility here at the Woody Hayes Athletic Center. Bill Landis, Ari Wasserman, Doug Maurice. We're going to make our outrageous predictions, and I'm going to go first. And I'm going to say that Indiana is going to be ahead by 2 scores at some point in this game. I could see Tevin Coleman, Indiana's running back, breaking off a long touchdown run. I could see Ohio State in this game maybe having an early turnover. They've been a little loose with the ball. Maybe the offense not clicking all the way. Indiana getting a short field off a punt or a turnover, getting a field goal, something like that, and basically everybody in Ohio Stadium going crazy because a team that hasn't won a game in the Big Ten all of a sudden has a lead on the Buckeyes. Doesn't mean I think Indiana's going to win. I think Indiana, with Tevin Coleman especially, has a chance to scare Ohio State because I think that guy's really good, and I think this run defense is potentially vulnerable to him breaking some big runs. And now we'll get to the part of outrageous predictions that I like to call random guys will score touchdowns. Ari.
It's kind of unprecedented, you going first like that. That was kind of weird.
I wanted to get my thing out there so you guys could get to who's going to score this week. Yeah, some red shirt's going to score a touchdown.
Listen, he's demeaning. As crazy as saying Noah Brown scoring a touchdown was, I think yours is crazier.
That's probably true.
Yeah, my outrageous prediction is that aliens are going to come down from the moon and land at midfield and then score a touchdown for Indiana, and that'll be one of the scores that gets them up by 2 scores. I think that Corey Smith is going to score a touchdown, and we finally reached our segment of random guys. I just think that everyone's going to score.
Yeah.
So why not Corey Smith? He's got some looks. They've thrown him downfield a little bit. That was a crucial interception at Minnesota, but they did target him downfield. I just think that he keeps staying on the field for some reason. He hasn't really made any plays, and a lot of people have been down on him, but I think that he will be one of 50 people to score a touchdown this week.
He was legitimately out of the mix for a little bit because they had those 6 receivers they were running through. He kind of wasn't there for a game or two, but we did see him back in that role.
Yeah, he's back in that. He's back on the field. We've seen him now. I think this might be. He's actually had some. I don't remember what game it was, but early on in the year, he had a ball in the end zone he could have caught. I think that Ohio State's going to score a lot of points, and I don't want to spoil anything, predict something interesting for the prediction. So Corey Smith.
Bill Landis.
I feel like my outrageous prediction is weak now, but I'm sticking with it because last week I really blew it and wasn't even close. I know, it is.
None of us are ever close in anything. It's okay.
That's true. My outrageous prediction is that Jeff Hireman, who has 1 touchdown this year, will score 2 against Indiana on Saturday. Indiana's red zone defense is last in the country, and Ohio State is about as good as anybody in the country in getting in the red zone. Maybe left some points on the board, and Urban Meyer's not happy about that, but I think they'll be there a lot this week, and Hireman is a guy who hasn't been targeted a ton in the red zone, and I know he was upset about the game earlier this year when Nick Vannett got 2 and Hireman didn't get any, so I think he's kind of eager to get in the end zone. He's only been there once, and I think he gets there twice this week.
He tapped out of that, right?
He did. He took himself out because he was tired, and Nick Vannett got 2 touchdowns because of it.
He did. He's been called into block a little bit on some of these when JT Barrett is reading the defense and seeing some guys coming. He gets waved in and has to do the dirty work instead of getting a score.
Yeah, and I think maybe that Indiana won't necessitate JT Barrett calling in max protection, and maybe Jeff Hireman can actually go out for a pass or 2 like a tight end does occasionally.
Our outrageous predictions for Ohio State hosting Indiana at noon at Ohio Stadium on Saturday. And then, of course, we get to Michigan. The Buckeyes said that they are not allowed to talk about anything except Indiana. So we're talking about Indiana. We're being outrageous. For Ari Wasserman and Bill Landis, I'm Doug Maurice for cleveland.com.